Hi yogis and bobcats, welcome to the Ohio University virtual fitness page. My name is Kaya, I'm a yoga instructor at Ping Recreation Center, and today we're going to be doing a short yoga sequence for balance. So we'll be taking some physical balance postures, some standing stuff to get us on one leg or on just finding our balance there, or also coming to balance in our mind. So we're going to start with a meditation on finding balance in our lives, and then we'll move into the postures from there. So let's start in a tall cross-legged seat, however you feel comfortable. So maybe you have your ankles crossed underneath, or maybe you roll the tops of your feet underneath so that you get more hip opening here. Roll the shoulders onto the back, find a nice tall spine, and let the gaze fall closed. And just start to arrive here, starting to come into your breath. And as you arrive on your mat today, ask yourself where in your life you're craving balance. So that could be anything. Maybe it's just your asana practice. You're hoping to find more balance. Or you're finding an imbalance in your family life or in your work. Maybe your social life, as I feel a lot of us are experiencing imbalance these days. And just coming to that, focusing on it. And as we focus on this aspect of our lives where we're feeling imbalance, we'll come into our breath, starting to use the breath to break into those feelings, those thoughts, those sensations. On each inhale, breathe into those feelings of imbalance. And on the exhale, see if you can release some of that. Some of the stress you might be feeling in a situation, or old feelings of negativity towards someone or something. Using your exhales to release those. Coming to know exactly why it is that you feel that imbalance. And ask yourself if there's anything you can do, any tangible action you can take in your life to even that out. Maybe it's as simple as reaching out to a friend or going for a daily walk. Some simple, actionable step that you can take that will bring you closer to balance. And now that we have this intention, this imbalance to dedicate our practice to, we'll start to move into our body, into the postures. You can gently blink your eyes open. Okay, and then you'll roll over your ankles to find a tabletop towards the top of your mat. Shoulders stacking over the wrists, hips over the ankles, find a nice tall spine. Then go ahead and wiggle the fingers a couple inches forward, tuck the toes. Exhale to find downward facing dog. We'll just be here for a few breaths. Maybe you pedal the feet out a few times, coming into the posture. And then as you find stillness, we'll inhale to look towards the top of the mat. Exhale to gently step towards the top of the mat. Toes can come to touch, or heels can be about an inch apart. We'll inhale to a halfway lift, keeping the fingertips on the mat or bringing the hands to the shins or to the thighs to find a nice long spine. Reach out through the crown towards the front of the room or ahead of you and breathe here. A few breaths. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Melt your belly towards your thighs. Ground down into both feet. Inhale to rise tall, Urdhva Hastasana. Sweep the arms out and around as you reach up towards the sky. Exhale to draw the thumbs to heart center, palms pressed together in Anjali Mudra, Samastita Hi. Ground down through your right foot into the mat, all four corners lifting up through the inner arch, and start to grow light through your left toes. Your inhale will start to lift your left knee into your chest, finding one-legged Tadasana, Ekapada Tadasana. One more inhale here. Exhale to start to bend into your right knee. Bring the left ankle to the right knee and start to squat down, finding a figure four stretch. So sitting the hips low, letting the left knee fall wide. And just sitting as low as feels comfortable here, breathing into the sensation in the hip. Take one full round of breath. Keep sitting the hips up and back. We'll inhale to slowly rise, straightening out through the front leg. Lift the left knee back up towards the chest. Ekapada Tadasana. And on your exhale, we'll slowly shift forward as though on a lever, kicking the left sole of the foot back so that the torso comes parallel to the mat, finding Warrior Three, hands at heart center. If you like, you can reach the hands up overhead for a full Warrior Three. Keep a gentle bend in the right knee. Right toes point forward. Left toes flex hard and point down towards the mat, keeping the left hip square with the right. One more full round of breath here. Hug the belly in. Exhale to gently set the left toes back. Finding crescent lunge. Lift up, stack the shoulders over the hips. Reach the arms overhead and spiral the triceps in towards one another. Bend deeply into the front right leg. Keep the right knee pointing straight out over the right toes. And hug the right hip back in line with the left. Inhale here. Exhale to ground down through the left heel. Open up, Warrior Two. Right toes keep pointing out towards the top of the mat, but the left foot comes parallel to the short edge of the mat. As you bend a little deeper into your right knee, send that right knee out and to the right. And then send your gaze over your right middle finger. Final inhale here. Feel a string pulling out the top of your head, finding a long spine. As you exhale, you'll start to straighten your leg, tick-tock your hands forward, and then down to 6 and 12. Hands land a few inches forward of the right foot. Grow strong through the right leg as you start to lift off the left leg, stacking the left hip on top of the right, finding Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Reach up with the left shoulder, the left side of the heart, and ground down through all four corners of your right foot. Stay strong through both legs. Final inhale here. Exhale to cartwheel the left hand down to the mat. Square the hips off towards the ground. Standing splits. Keep the left heel reaching up and tall towards the sky. As you exhale, lever the torso farther down towards the standing leg. Final inhale here. Hug the right hip crease back, left hip crease down. Exhale to step the left foot next to the right. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, find a nice long spine. Exhale, forward fold, release that side. Maybe you just take a little shake or a sway here, just kind of relieving the spine. And whenever you're ready, we'll inhale to come back to standing Tadasana. The hands sweep out and around. And exhale to drag the hands to heart center, Samastita Hi. This time we'll grow strong through our left toes, our left heel, lifting up through the left arch as we inhale to grow light through the right toes. Hug the right knee up into the chest, Ekapada Tadasana. Last inhale here. Exhale to slowly start to sit the hips back and down. Right heel comes to left knee, finding figure four stretch. Maybe you use your hand to readjust your foot if necessary. Just keep working the hips down and back as though you're sitting into an invisible chair. The palms press strongly together and elbows reach out to the sides. Stay for the exhale. Inhale to rise tall, Ekapada Tadasana. Exhale to kick the right heel back. Start to lever forward, bringing the torso parallel to the mat. Warrior 3. Right hip in line with the left, gentle bend in the left knee keeps you balanced, and a steady gazing point at the top of your mat or a little beyond. Maybe you inhale to reach the arms out by the ears. For a little bit more core strength, hug the belly button in towards the spine. Final inhale here. Exhale to gently bend into the left knee, gently drop the right toes back to the mat. Inhale, rise, crescent lunge. Bend deeply into the left knee and reach back through the right heel, stacking the right heel on top of the right toes. Hug the ribs in slightly, so we're taking the natural back bend out of this pose. Stack the shoulders over the hips. Find a strong belly. Last inhale. Exhale to open up. Warrior 2. Left knee goes down and out over the left toes. Reach down through the outer right edge of your leg and your foot. Send as much energy out through your right fingers as you are through your left. And then settle in here. Last inhale. Our exhale slowly starts to straighten our leg, tick-tock our hands forward, reaching forward. Our fingertips eventually land a few inches forward of our left toes. Grow strong through the left toes as you lift off the back foot. Come to hover, half moon. Lift up strongly through the right heel and hug the right toes flexed a little bit forward so that you can see them out of the corner of your eye. Finding a long line from the crown of your head to your right heel. And then open up through the right side of your heart. Last inhale. Exhale to cartwheel the right arm down, square off the shoulders and the hips. Standing splits. Inhale to reach up through the right heel towards the sky. Exhale, lever down, forward folding towards the standing leg. Last inhale reaches the right heel a little taller. Exhale to step the right foot next to the left, finding forward fold. Let the head hang heavy. Inhale, halfway lift, reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale, forward fold. Last time, we'll ground down through both feet. Inhale to reach up tall, circle the arms out and around Urdhva Hastasana. This time, we'll lower our hands so that they're parallel with our shoulders right in front. Fingers reaching out towards the top of the mat. Inhale to lift up onto your toes, the heels rise off the mat. And then very, very slowly, with control, with balance, we'll lower for 15, 14, 13, 12, squeeze the inner thighs together, 10, 9, 8, keep the heels lifted, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit the hips off to the heels and rock back. Land on your bum. And we'll come back to our seated meditation. So maybe crossing opposite foot in front. If you remember where you started. Finding your Sukhasana, a nice tall spine here. And we're going to close class with some Nadi Shodhana, some channel balancing breath. So we'll take our right hand, take the index finger and the middle finger and fold them down. And then we'll be using our thumb and our ring finger. We're going to bring our thumb to our right nostril. Inhale through the left nostril. Use the ring finger to plug the left nostril and slowly release through the right nostril. Then again, inhale through the right. Plug both. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Plug. Exhale through the right. We'll continue with this round of breath on your own time. finish out your current round of breath. And whenever you're done, just gently drop both hands to your lap, to the knees. And then take a few breaths through both nostrils, noticing how this breath has done its work on your body. Maybe you notice how the two channels of the body, the Ida and Pingala, feel more balanced. Maybe you feel more energy or prana congregating in the center channel, the Shushumna, the main energy channel that travels down our spinal cord. Notice this newfound balance in your breath, in your mindfulness. And then ask yourself how you can bring the same kind of balance to the problem or the imbalance you're facing in your life that you identified at the beginning of class. How can you look holistically at both sides and work to balance them with one another? And what can you do through yoga, both on and off your mat, to find this balance? Bring your hands back to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Bring your thumbs to your third eye center, and then to your mouth, and then to your heart. And we bow to seal our practice. Namaste.